Oh, what is going on, guys?
Hey!
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome to the first Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney tier list.
Yes!
It is time to do the madness. On the right here, we have 29 fine, fresh faces from the original first Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game, which was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We were thinking of doing the whole trilogy at once, but then when I realized it's about 60 characters to do all at once.
That would, that'd
even
be
if we
a bit
talk
much.
about them for just 1 minute, that video would still take an hour. This video is probably going to be about an hour long.
Yeah.
Who knows? It might probably a little bit longer because we're probably going to try and talk about them a little bit. But let's go ahead and
also,
go through all these characters.
500 subscribers.
Yes, thank you for 500 subscribers. That's why we're doing this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for believing in us and letting us entertain you every day.
For real.
It's quite nice.
It means a lot, man.
It does. Just so you guys know, that means a lot to us.
It really does. Like, we don't talk about it a lot, but like,
It's
My
amazing.
heart.
There'll be another time we gush about it, but right now we have to focus on these guys because you got a lot of work to do for these. So,
I just love everyone so much.
first up, we got the biggest, we got the baddest, we got Phoenix Wright himself.
Yes.
My opinion, obviously,
S, yeah.
this boy's going in S rank.
I
Oh god,
agree.
those purple lines.
Oh, that's wonky.
I don't know if there's a way I can turn that off. I've never known.
Oh, that's wonky. Oh.
That's fine. He's getting to sit right there. Phoenix Wright, main character of all the games.
Obviously,
I think
yes.
he's written in a perfect way to where he still acts human, but being the main character of a puzzle game, you know, we kind of go a little ham on them by kind of going like, oh, how can you not understand what's in front of you right here? This problem that we easily solve, but as a main character in a puzzle game where you want the player to figure it out, you don't want to just give them all the answers up front.
Yeah.
So they kind of write it in a way to where he still makes sense.
He's had so much character development too.
He has, yes.
Like major.
For
like
real.
remember how much of a dork he was in the beginning?
Yeah, he was an extreme dork.
And look at him now.
Look at him now. He's pride of the United States.
He's got disciples and everything.
For real. Okay. Character 2.
Pride of Japan, but okay.
Yeah, wherever they want to localize it at.
That's
they
true,
change it based on where it is. So,
Mia!
now we have Mia Fey.
Yep.
I've been thinking about this for a while. And I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to put her at A.
I'm feeling A too.
Because, you know, obviously, you know, number one, as a human,
great.
she died.
Yeah,
but
she died
is
pretty
great.
quick.
But I think that more of her uses, more than not, is simply to get Phoenix out of a tight spot when there's no way to give the player an obvious win.
Because, like, as soon as he's starting to give up, she shows up and,
Yeah,
like...
she usually is broken out when Phoenix Wright has run his course and is used as the way to kind of have Phoenix Wright not be like the end-all be-all fully omniscient being of a lawyer that
an OP
that
lawyer.
he could be.
Yeah.
They use her as a way to kind of back him up to be like, oh, instead of having him be extremely smart, she'll come out and be the heavy hitter when it's really needed.
And he learned pretty much everything from her.
Yeah,
So.
we don't really get to see much of that.
No.
So,
Maya!
up next, we got Maya.
Yeah, hello!
Where's Maya?
Been a
going?
while. There she goes.
She going on S?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a perfect sidekick. And with
S
her...
for sidekick.
Yes, S for sidekick. I mean, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it because I haven't thought about any of these beforehand, really. Maybe I thought about
She had a lot of
Phoenix.
development, too.
She had a lot of development. She's a big primary character in it. We're doing this grade also, by the way, for the main characters on here. We're going to do them for, you know, all of their lifespan in the series.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to pull them back out for doing, you know,
Yeah.
trials and tribulations and all that.
Like
we're going to let that
Phoenix,
be all these
Edgeworth,
unique characters.
and then like the main people.
Edgeworth, Judge, we're going to have them graded on their
up
reactions
to,
in the trilogy.
Up to where we are now in the games. Yeah. Pretty much.
But Maya, great sidekick. She's always involved in a lot of cases. Had some poor things always happen to her. Usually seems she gets kidnapped or involved in a murder case for some reason, even though she doesn't do anything.
That's right. That one time she did get kidnapped by that butler dude.
Yeah,
who was actually a assassin.
That was a wonderful time. She got trapped in the what's the place? The mountaintop temple.
Oh,
when she was
training. Yeah.
She was assumed of murder twice. In fact, in the very first time she was accused of murder.
Her own sister's murder.
Yeah. Edgeworth.
She's been through a lot. Edgeworth S, obviously.
Yeah. A lot of the main characters will tend to be S's most likely. But he is a great...
He's had so much development.
He's had a lot of development.
He used to be such a dick.
Yes. There's big development in that. And also, he is a good... what's the word? I had it for a second. He's a good foil for Phoenix Wright because Edgeworth is very smart and knows how to combat
He's a counterbalance.
a lot of the point that
right
Phoenix
word?
does.
Counterbalance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, especially with the way the game is written and the way where they make you present things towards it, it's a good way of making the player's thinking escalate. Because you have the basic thought process that goes behind, oh, this is an obvious contradiction, and then Edgeworth always comes out and is like, not really, think about it like this, and then you go, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Edgeworth is a good antagonist, well, I guess antagonist. He's a good foil in the courtroom to make the player think harder.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, which is great. Judge, I think is going to be our first B.
Yeah, I say
No
B.
offense to
I'm
the judge.
feeling B.
He is also quite dumb.
Excuse you.
He's a needed tool because courts are needed in a courtroom.
He's very charming, though. Like,
he is charming.
He has his own quirks that are just...
Yes.
He has
I like
made
him as a written
us
character.
laugh many times.
Oh, absolutely. I think I get a little tired of how dumb they make the judge sometimes. There's no need to make him as dumb as he is, but he is charming. He is a great way to push the game forward because he is a judge. Oh, Jesus. All right. On to the next one. We have Winston Payne.
Oh, God.
I'm going to put him at E. No offense to Winston. He is an introduction character.
I was going to say he's basically like a tutorial prosecutor.
You know, I don't know if I should say that he's not very intelligent because they do make him very easy to combat. They give you basic cases. Most of the details are there staring you in the face from the beginning. He has made stuff tricky for us
before, though.
He has, but back then we were also new at the
Newbies.
game. We were new to the Phoenix Wright universe. He's there just to be stomped on, let's face it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the greatest personality. He's a bit of an annoyance, more of an annoyance than he should be, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to put him at D. Actually, I'm going to put him at D because Mr. Saw It, I'm going to put him at E.
He's E.
Now, if there's ever a doorstep character that I've heard of, that's Mr. Saw It. He's literally the first antagonist of the game, the first criminal you have to pick the lies out of. I don't know what else I have to say on that one.
He is a scumbag.
He is. You only see him for a little bit, but for what he is,
he could be worse.
He's the first person you just got to kick around.
Yeah.
He really is. They could be worse, but he's not the best.
It's also hard to, like, it's hard to completely hate any of these characters too, no matter how bad of a person they are.
I want to say we're not really hating these characters.
No.
I think we're grading them based off of their personality, developments, and for the shorter characters.
And their parts in the game.
Yeah. I'd say for the shorter characters along the lines, the way that they're written.
Yeah.
And how useful they are for what they are, maybe. I don't know. It's all opinion here.
Jeez,
We're all just
okay?
opinionables. Dude, my allergies got me all kind of stuffed up. Okay. Larry Butts. I'm going to give him B.
B, really?
Kind of a lower end of the B spectrum. What are you thinking? Are you thinking C?
No.
What are you thinking?
I was thinking, like, between B and A.
I'd go with B then because, you know, we see him a lot. He has his uses, especially when it comes to character development. But for him, when you smell something, it's usually the butts.
Yeah.
He causes more problems than we need in cases most often than not. He does get involved in something he doesn't need to be involved in.
Yeah.
Which makes things problem. I just feel like B is where he deserves to lie. Because he himself doesn't really have much character development.
No, he doesn't.
He is a straight line.
He has stayed the same.
He is a straight line of Larry. Just Larry is Larry. He will never change.
He even kept the same like string of flags for decoration everywhere he went.
Yeah. So Larry gets to sit right there.
April, May.
Now we're working on to the next case where we have our
wait, what would you call her? An accomplice, basically?
Yeah, she was an accomplice pretty much. I'm feeling C.
Yeah, same.
Obviously she was starting to become one of our first big foils in the game.
Mm-hmm.
She was a bit fan servicey of a character.
Oh,
I don't know if I don't know if I want to say fan servicey or one of the first characters where it utilized the fact of like, oh, look at how pretty and womanly I am. Don't you want to be innocent? Squish chests together.
Oh gosh.
It's like, oh gosh. But she had her nice evil side, which is always a good twist to get that out of her. But nothing too crazy. Now, Red White.
She did not like Mia.
No, she didn't. She doesn't like women. But Red White, I'm going to put him at A.
Because she was like, oh, she had to die. And it's like, wow, excuse me.
Yes. But Red White, I'm putting him at A.
Oh, for sure.
He was a great first villain.
Get him away from me right now.
For like the first real case of the game, they put you in a situation that's probably one of the rougher situations that you see yourself in the Ace Attorney series. Like, you think you got him, and then you realize that, he's got the courts in his favor. Because he made this next guy cower and fear the court.
Grossberg.
Mr. Marvin Grossberg.
He had such a big role to play, like, even later on.
He did, but he doesn't show up very often.
No.
He only shows up a couple of times. He mostly showed up in the flashback from when we go with Mia in court. In Trials and Tribulations, I believe that was.
Yeah.
Because that's when we have to deal with Dahlia for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm thinking C.
Really?
We don't see him
Below
much.
Larry? You think Larry and the judge is better than Grossberg?
I mean, what good did Grossberg do in the series?
He gave us like clues and stuff to things, but
not often.
Yeah, he's like between B and C.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him an upper C. I'm gonna put on. She's gonna be like, oh, down here. He's gonna be like, oh, I'm way up there.
There we go.
There we go. That'll work for him. Okay, Bellboy. I'm just gonna put him down there. The bellboy is the bellboy. He's just there to be him. I think he took the stand once. I think he only took the stand once.
Yeah.
Said things pretty straightforward. And then, he's got his times in the hotel just doing his thing.
Yeah.
Not really anything crazy. Just
he's
the
there.
bellboy.
He's
there for a little bit and then he's gone like a fleet in the wind. Poof. Okay.
Powers.
Will Powers.
I'm thinking A.
I was thinking somewhere between A and B. I'll go with.
Do we want to have him be an upper B?
He'll go right in between.
Right in the middle, yeah.
Right in between A and B. Because I don't know where to put him at because, obviously he shows up in later cases as well. Whenever the Steel Samurai shit gets involved.
He was a well-built character.
And I love doing his voice. Oh, man. Will Powers. Showing up for you. Showing up strong. I was a great hero. And I was chopped down in my prime. I
do kids shows.
I just really like the way he was written.
Yeah.
And then how he showed up later on is still friends with us. It was
He'd hang
a nice
out,
touch.
Talk to Pearls.
Make us spend more money on people.
Yes.
Okay. Wendy Oldbag.
Don't you dare put me in a place that's terrible.
You mean like down here, Wendy?
Anywhere else but...
You mean down here?
No!
Down here? Way down here?
I deserve to be an S rank, you buffoon.
I don't know about that one.
You whippersnapper.
No! So,
She was definitely interesting.
She was. That's what makes it hard to rank for her. Because...
She had her moments.
Yeah. Like, the hardest thing when it comes to this ranking is I wanted to do it based off of...
Granted, she's like super selfish and only thought about herself most of the time, but that's just who she was.
Like, I originally wanted to rank the characters based on how well they're written.
Yeah.
But with the original trilogy, a lot of the characters are written really well. So it'd be a really super unbalanced list with like, everyone's in S, A, and B and all that stuff.
Between B and C?
Yeah, it feels wrong to put her in C because she did a lot more than just being C because as antsy as she was with giving us clues, she was still useful for getting things in all the cases she was involved in.
Her infatuation with Edgeworth was always interesting.
That was always entertaining.
I loved that.
All right.
This dude.
Salmonella.
Just.
Are we gonna have our first F?
We'll put him a little bit higher.
A little bit higher. Put him. He's just peeking into the E. He's trying to peek in at people.
Because he's there and he's gross and he's just like very cringeworthy. But he's not the worst of the worst.
No. And to be fair, his cringeworthiness was obviously on purpose.
On purpose, yeah.
Which is once again why it's like it's...
He was meant to be a creep, you know?
Man, this is rough.
It is.
Penny.
Oh, she was a cutie.
She was, but she didn't do much.
She gave us information. But
when it comes down to being a memorable character, I don't remember much of what she did for us, to be quite honest.
She wasn't a bad character. She just basically gave us information about the case.
Yeah, that was it. That was really it. She was just, she was the assistant to the director. She was like the stage assistant for the most part. Didn't really do much out of hand.
She was like where like all the props and stuff were.
Yeah. And
this kid,
Cody Hackins, Mr. 4Kids actor, just come on, he was supposed to be the Steel Samurai. I'm thinking D as well.
Really? April May is better than him?
I don't know,
He
man.
had a lot of personality. Like his story was pulled on your heartstrings, man.
Yeah. Oh god. Some guys there. I'll secede to C. Like I said, he wasn't a. Oh god, I got the hiccups now. I got the burp ups now.
Oh
god. Excuse me.
Those are very uncomfortable. You okay?
I'm embracing my inner Grossberg for some reason. I'm like, okay.
Because you entered the C realm.
I entered the Grossberg realm. All right. So, let's move on right along. We're doing good pace on this, actually.
Yeah.
So. D. Vasquez.
She was a bitch.
She was. Not as good of an antagonist, I don't think.
She wasn't that memorable either.
No. I mean, most of the time she just kind of spent it as like, oh, I'm too powerful to be touched. We didn't really see her until later on in the case even.
Yeah, I'd say D.
I say D. She wasn't a big antagonist to me. D. Vasquez, this is where you belong. D.
From the very beginning.
Okay. Moving on to Prosecutor Manfred von Karma.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and put him up an A.
I was going to say
Once
A.
again, an amazing antagonist to put yourself up against. They had some good antagonists in here. I felt like a lot of the characters in that episode 3 that was almost more of a filler episode of bits. It didn't really have a big impact on the overarching story of Ace Attorney. It's one of those where it's just kind of in there to give you more filler on there. So the characters don't really have a big impact on much of the later cases. But then when you get people like Von Karma, they have, massive implications on the case in the game. Because, this is the whole backstory of, Edgeworth trying to kill a man, apparently, and bringing up his backstory where he grew as a person.
Don't forget the part where he tased Phoenix and Maya.
He tased us, took all our stuff. Yeah. Once again, an amazing in-courtroom and out-of-courtroom antagonist.
Because I think that was the first time anyone, had, done anything to us outside of the courtroom.
Well, we had Red White threaten us because we went to his office and he was like, get the hell out of here. Barking up the wrong tree.
But I mean, straight up.
Yeah, he straight up
assaulted
us
and took our stuff.
Yeah. That was some funky business right there.
That was rude.
All right.
Lot of heart. A.
I'll go with that. I'm thinking maybe in the same
Powers
area
level?
Of powers and a bit of an A-B situation.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't say she's on par with, the minds of... That's where we have to think about this, actually, where I think I'll move... Because would we say powers
you're right.
A lot of heart at the same level as Mia and Red, White, and Von Karma.
Yeah.
I think we'll go ahead and move Powers
They're
them down.
We'll move them down, yeah, okay.
Because when you compare them to other characters, I wouldn't say they're quite on that same level as those.
Yeah, I didn't think
great
about
minds
that.
Up there. I didn't either until just now. When I look at them side by side, though, I'm like,
you're like, wait a second.
You know what? Yeah, they're not quite on that level, but they are top tier characters.
I think you put Powers a little to the left too much.
I did. He's sitting behind the butts.
There we go.
That works. So, a lot of heart there. Obviously, wonderful woman. She just wanted to get that scoop. That's all she wants in life is that scoop.
First I was a photographer, and then I was a paranormal investigator and all kinds of stuff. You can get pictures of ghosts and actors. And
to be fair, she does get us the scoop, but it's for the courtroom.
Yeah.
It's always useful to us. Maybe not the tabloids, but it's useful for us, goddammit.
She's just very charismatic, and I really liked her character.
She is very charismatic.
Like, she was a source of entertainment for sure.
Okay.
This guy.
Yogi. Mr. Fake Dementia over here. Because he had some secrets when it came to the other case.
Yeah.
Because I can't
this
remember.
Guy was an enigma.
How was his involvement in the DL6 incident? It was DL6 if I'm correct, right? Yeah. I can't remember what his involvement was exactly. But it's
been so long.
He had Polly around to remind him of DL6 all the time, and I can't remember what his involvement was back then.
Oh gosh. It's been so long that we've forgotten.
I think I'll put him in the same rank of around C. He was kind of an accessory to the case.
Yeah.
But he didn't have crazy implications on it.
Even though he had like a hidden identity and stuff. That's right. He was like...
Maybe he'll be the first in between.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of roughly in the middle there. Because, he had big implications, but he wasn't a super crazy character in it. He wasn't super beloved.
Because he was secretly someone else, I remember.
Yes. But I don't remember much
and
details
he,
on it.
Did he lose his memory, or did he forget to lose his memory? No, he lost his memory.
No, he remembered it all. I think he was worried about forgetting it, right? Was that the case? I can't remember. Actually.
It's just been...
It's been so long, and we've been
When did we play the first game? The very first.
Well, I mean, we first started, and we looked back to see when the 1 year of us playing would be. We started the first game on May 18th of last year.
Oh, wow.
So I'd say we probably were in that case of June of last year, which was, 9 months ago. And 9 months of straight Ace Attorney, you get lost a lot of time in some of these cases. Okay.
Polly.
Yes, Polly counts as a character. Apparently all the other tier list templates include Polly on there. I'm just gonna Polly at an E though.
Yeah. Because it was very entertaining. It's like
Polly
parent is testifying, and
Polly is an entertainment character for laughs and just for the fact of Polly was just the tool of the DL6 incident.
Yeah, Polly, the way that the way that the Polly was used to deliver that information was very.
Yeah. That was an excellent thing, but that was
amazing.
That was pretty much the only use that Polly had as a character was just to get the DL6 connection out of Yanni.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all that Polly was there for.
Yeah.
It only took the stand once, which was fucking insane to everyone in the courtroom at the same time anyways.
It was amazing though. Like it was like, one of those things that you would never expect to happen, but it happened.
Yeah. It did. Okay. Next character.
Emma!
Moving into the 5th episode, the tie-in episode that was, not really part of the main game. It was released afterwards.
Yes.
It was an extra case when they re-released it, if I'm correct. Yes, it was when they released it on the DS or 3DS. I think the DS. Yeah. Yeah, when they put it on the DS, that was the case where they added in all the 3D motions and all that.
And the fingerprinting powder. And
that was a lot of that stuff. That was an extra case. But this is for young Emma Skye. I'll put her in A.
Okay, that's
because
fair.
she is our side. She is, she is
the second sidekick.
She is the Maya of that one episode.
Yeah,
bringing in all the forensic science, scientifically speaking.
I was gonna say scientifically speaking.
I wouldn't say she was up at S rank, but she was there as a nice, helpful person beside our side all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have her sister, Lana, our defendant for that case,
and she was the chief prosecutor at the time.
She was.
I say B.
I'm gonna put her in B because a lot of her story was trying to protect Emma, if I'm correct.
It was.
Because
Emma was charged for murder, but...
Because Emma saw some stuff back in her day.
Yeah.
And was going to be accused of some stuff back in her day. In fact, wait, was she accused in the case as well? I can't remember.
Back then, I think she was... Or no. Wait.
Because I think Damon Gant tried to pull her back into this case as well when they were in it.
He did, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Because Gant's a douchebag.
Yeah, because we'll get to him later.
Yeah.
But then we have...
Why can't Emma have Emma be between A and S? Because she's been through a lot.
Emma, yeah, I'll put her in between.
Yeah.
Right there.
Because if Maya is up at S, come on now.
But would you say that young Emma was at the same level? Because the biggest thing is that young Emma also didn't have much character development because she was only around for one case.
Yeah.
Because let's not let in, the older Emma in Apollo Justice.
Yeah.
I'll still say A because she had time to grow
and
as we
the
get
person
towards Apollo Justice.
Who voiced her in the series, I have an attachment to her.
I know you do.
She's just, she's
amazing.
She's so great. She reminds me a lot of myself.
I'll put her at upper A.
Yeah. Like, if I was into sciencey stuff as much as she was, that'd be basically me.
Yeah. Angel Star.
She was something, but...
I mean... I'm torn between C and D because when it came to a lot of the backstory that came out of the characters later on... She was on par
with April May, though. Come on
I'd say she was on par with April May because with a lot of stuff that came out from the incident, that was the first time we learned about the background between her and Jake Marshall and the victim, the group of them when they were doing all their stuff.
The trio, I believe.
Yeah.
It was 3 of them, right?
I thought it was a number of them. I can't remember. I thought it was 4 of them.
Well, she was part of the group. Yeah. I remember.
But, because we also had Jake's brother who was the victim in way long ago.
And she resorted to,
That's right.
Selling lunchboxes in a parking lot for some reason.
That's what she was. I remember now what it was. It was Emma was on the scene when Jake Marshall's brother was killed, and Gant used that to hold that over Lana Skye's head and be like, "Hey, your sister might have done that. I'm gonna fake evidence or hide evidence to get her off scot-free. So just remember that you owe me a few favors."
He basically had her under his thumb.
Yeah, and that's how Damon Gant tried to bring that all back around in court because he was like, you messed up, Phoenix. Anyways.
Righto.
Righto.
Jesus. Meekins. I was going to say, Officer Meekins. He doesn't even say that. We just have him say that.
I just adapted that for some ungodly, unknown reason. I'll say D.
Yeah.
He didn't offer too much in the series.
But he was memorable, that's for sure.
He was memorable. But he wasn't anything special, I don't think.
No.
He was oftentimes comic relief sitting there alongside Edgeworth on that last case.
Yeah.
And he did give us some good evidence and good turning points in court. But I wouldn't say
he was very interesting to cross-examine, that's for sure.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say he was a very...
dynamic character?
No. Wasn't too dynamic, wasn't too memorable, aside from our quirks that we gave him.
He didn't have much going on as a character.
Yeah.
This guy, however...
Damon Gant.
S.
Are we thinking S on that? I don't think...
Really?
If we put him at S, we have to think about putting... I'll say in
this
between.
This dude was a freaking mastermind.
He was. I will put him at between A and S.
He was legitimately scary. Legitimately intimidating.
Yeah, but the problem that we have to come back to is that
comparing them to the other ones
so were Red White and Manfred von Karma.
Him more so, I think, though. Because he had his power over everyone. He's as chief of police.
Yeah, I think, I'll put him between S and A because he was probably, in the first game, he was the heftiest antagonist, I do believe. I think I would put Red White right behind him and then Von Karma right behind him. Very close right behind him, between him and Red White.
Oh, yeah.
But Von Karma didn't have the power that Red White and Damon Gant had. He was just a really fucking evil prosecutor. Yeah. He was stuffed with evil and had hit it.
His voice sounded like Satan.
Yeah.
Objection. Objection. It was terrifying.
Okay.
But Gant was legitimately terrifying.
He was a very good antagonist, so I'll put him there in between S and A.
And like that fake smile and stuff, and just oh god.
Yeah.
So good.
Next
so
we
bad
have
at the same time. Jake Marshall.
I had a massive attachment to Jake Marshall.
You did.
I love doing that voice.
Bambina.
Bambina. Hey, where are you at,
I'd
Bambina?
say A.
How you doing, Bambina? I miss you.
Oh god.
I'll put him in A. Does he deserve to be in A compared to some of the other characters? I don't know. But I felt a lot. I enjoyed Jake Marshall's character, voicing him, but I enjoyed the way he was written. I enjoyed the feels of him.
And I remember what happened to him. I actually felt bad for him too.
Yeah.
Like you connect with this guy.
Yeah, he did a lot because of what happened to his brother. You know, he had a lot of weight to carry with him because of that.
He had a lot going for him as a character.
Yeah, if I remember right, he was one of the main pushers for trying to get back on that first case because he always knew something was wrong. Mm-hmm. And you know, if I'm correct, he was actually targeting Emma for a while because of what he knew about the case back then. I think he thought Emma was guilty as well. I think, maybe, if I'm correct. I don't know. I just knew he had.
I think he didn't want to think she was the thing.
I can't remember. All I knew is that I really liked him as a character. He was written well. He had a lot to battle.
We can barely remember what happened because it's been almost a year since we played this case.
And when you have all the other characters and cases ingrained in your mind,
and
some of the later
including
ones,
what's going on now.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to remember because like we don't.
It's hard to remember all the intricacies of each case.
And once we play it, we don't go back and watch the videos, so we're relying purely on memory here.
Like I want to do some quick math. I want to think if we've played 5 full Ace Attorney games, and they're about 50 parts each. Some of them are longer. I'll say about 50 parts each, which means each one is about 25 hours.
Yeah.
That we've played it.
It's been crazy.
At least released episode-wise. Probably longer, because there are some videos where they'd be an hour long sometimes. But that means we've played like 125 hours of Phoenix Wright in this past year. There's a lot of details we can't remember. We can't remember the intricacies, people, so forgive me. But there's one character I remember every intricacy about. The one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend.
Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Detective Dick Gumshoe at your service.
Scruffy detective.
I didn't forget about you with the main characters. You're going up the S rank,
I was going to say, he's definitely...
You're going to be the top S rank. You know what? Some of you people might disagree, okay? I get that. He is a side character. Does he deserve to be alongside the ranks of Phoenix and Maya and Edgeworth? Is he really above Mia Fey and the antagonists of Red White and Von Karma and Damon Gant? Maybe you can argue against that. But
some of you might put him in B, however.
But Gumshoe is a fucking
legend.
God.
He is a legend.
Okay? He is a bloody legend. Okay? I believe he deserves to be an S rank, in my personal opinion, because he's just that goddamn good of a character.
He really is.
I like him. I really like him.
I love him so much.
Not just because I love his voice, but like, I also connect with him. Every time I used to do Dick Gumshoe's voice, I would go on a tangent of just random bits.
You would too. You would do so many Gumshoe bits because you'd feel it.
Because I love the voice and I love the personality. I love the personality.
The voice you gave him sounds nothing like your actual talking voice either, which is actually really good.
It's great to me. I love Dick Gumshoe. And
he always made us laugh too. Like
he always made us laugh. He's useful in every case.
And he could be serious when he had to.
Yeah, he could be serious. He could be funny. He could be emotional, you need emotion.
He cares about people.
Yeah, because when it comes to the main guys, we're talking about the whole trilogy as well.
He's good friends with Edgeworth. He deserves to be.
I don't know if you call them friends. Edgeworth did take away all of his paycheck, pretty much.
But like he
poor guy.
Gumshoe, he trusted Edgeworth. Like he you know.
Yeah.
As a prosecutor, he's like.
And deep down, Edgeworth trusted Gumshoe in the end.
Yeah.
In the end,
everyone.
We always got
Gumshoe.
the man things. Everyone loves Gumshoe. Everybody loves Raymond, but everyone loves Gumshoe more.
Oh my god.
Because he's goddamn fucking amazing. And that is all of the characters of the Ace Attorney series.
Yeah.
Well, not Ace Attorney series, the Ace Attorney game. The first Ace Attorney game. Not the Ace Attorney series.
The series would be, oh my god, there would be no room.
Next time around, we're going to do the second game. Which one was that? Not Trials and Tribulations, was it? I'm going to look that up. You fill up the dead air while I look up what the second game was.
Trials and Tribulations was the third?
I don't know. Let me find. Let's look at the Ace Attorney video game series.
You see, people, it's been so long we can't even keep track of the order of the games.
People are like, you're not a real fan of the Ace Attorney series if you don't know the order of the games and the titles of the games. You obviously don't like it that much.
The first and last names of every single character.
Justice for All. That's the second one.
That's right.
Justice for All and All a Good Night. However, that's the Christmas thing. That's how it goes, right?
Merry Christmas to all and all a good night.
Yeah, that's one. I'm gonna do some Code Red quick.
Not a sponsor.
Not yet.
Jeez.
Mountain Dew. I'm waiting for you.
We've been waiting for them for a while as a bit, just been going on and on and on.
One day, if I pester them enough, if you guys pester them enough,
oh no,
we'll go ahead and we'll get that sponsorship by force. You got that?
Do it through a coup. If we have to.
Oh my god. So next time we're going to do the Justice for All characters. So we're not going to have the main characters.
Trials and Tribulations is going to be interesting.
Yes. That's going to be...
That was going to be fun to do.
That's going to be a heavy-handed one with the upper tier of characters. Because that game is very important. Because the biggest thing with that one also is that is the main... Like, that wraps up the trilogy. That was supposed to be the end.
The finale.
Of Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Like, they did everything they could to wrap up every character arc and every loose end.
Mm-hmm.
So that one's going to be interesting. But, yeah, when we do the next two games, we're not going to have Phoenix Wright or Maya or Edgeworth, Gumshoe, Mia.
The main
Because, you know, we're trying to include them in all of their character arcs to this point. We don't want to repeat the same people at the beginning of each episode in each rank.
Like with Phoenix here, it was like, oh, he's got a daughter and everything. He adopted her and stuff. Like, the main characters we're observing up until the point that we're at right now.
If and when we do things like Apollo Justice, we will add in older, aka bum Phoenix Wright, and we'll have older Emma Skye, obviously.
Piano play? Question mark?
That can be argued, apparently. Yeah. But we'll add in that when those come around. But for the main trilogy, the main characters, they're done. So it's going to be all the new characters introduced.
Yeah, because that Phoenix, he was technically a different character.
In a way.
Because at first we didn't know it was him.
Yeah, I would like to rank him differently because his personality was different in that game, too.
It was. It was like, because he was in a bad place.
Yeah, so I'd like to rank that on its own.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I'll save my feelings for all that.
Yeah, we'll go into each game's detail as we get to the next one.
Yeah.
But if I was to
this is fun.
Yeah, can't wait to do more. If I was gonna put this game somewhere, I would put this game, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, at S rank.
Oh yeah.
The first game, total S rank. Oh yeah. Just
because it's a great first experience.
It is. It's a great first experience, and
it shows how well written the games can be.
Yes, especially in the original trilogy when it was made by the main creator.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because if I'm correct, I believe that 5 and 6 were not written by them. I could be wrong, but I thought Apollo Justice was the last game that was done by the main creator. But even he wasn't the main director anymore. He just became like a writer for Apollo Justice.
And a sort of like advisor to the other people
but if
working on
I'll
it.
have to double check. I could be wrong, everyone, because I know at some point he dropped involvement in the series because he only wanted to do the trilogy. But I think he stepped in for Apollo Justice for a bit, but I don't think he was involved in 5 or 6. At least not to the
Capcom's
capacity
like, wow,
he
this is
used to be.
popular. Let's milk this thing. So.
Yep, let's milk it and then milk Edgeworth for 2 games. Then make 2 games that don't even involve the same characters anymore and make 2 games out of that. Boom. Back 100 years? Fucking print money.
Which we haven't even touched yet.
Yeah, and to be
we'll
fair.
get there, I think, right?
Oh, yeah, we will. And as a
Yeah.
quick update for, I guess, when it comes to that stuff, hopefully by the time we reach the new ones, I think the technical English translation for them is the Great Attorney. I think that's what is like the rough translation for it. I can't remember. I don't know the Japanese title for that game. But they weren't localized. So we
Wait,
have
which
to...
one? The most recent?
The 2 recent ones that are the Great Attorney ones that don't involve Phoenix Wright at all. They're all unique characters in those games. The first one has been fully translated, and the second one only has had 2 episodes done so far. So hopefully by the time we reach that point, the fan translation project will be done.
That would be nice.
Yeah, obviously we'll play Investigations 2. That also was not localized, but that was fan translated, so we'll be doing that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when we wrap up Spirit of Justice, we'll be doing the side games, the investigations, and the Great Attorneys when they do their
Which,
things.
as we are making this video right now, we are 2 parts in. So
Yes. And so, okay, I'm not going to let this go on too much longer.
Yeah.
Here's our tier list.
it is ba-boom.
Is there anything we see worth moving as a final discussion point on here? Looking through, I'm content with everything I see so far. I'm looking at the lower sides to see if there's anyone I'd want to move. I don't think so. I think I'm okay with Salmonella being the lowest ranked character in this game.
Same. Parrot, definitely more important.
Obviously.
Well, the parrot also had a huge part to play in the game.
Yes. That almost puts the parrot like...
This director just like, you know... There you
There's
go.
the
Yeah.
That's the movement I'll make.
S-rank.
Because, like I said, the parrot didn't do much. You know, very few lines for the parrot. But what the parrot did do was very substantial to the case.
Yeah, it served kind of as a, you know, like a wow moment.
Yeah. But I believe this is a good final resting spot for
I'm content with this.
the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game. It is a good place to let it rest at.
Yeah.
Obviously, disclaimer, these are our opinions.
Yeah.
We know there will be disagreements. That's the way these tier lists work. You rank them, and then people always go, "What are you talking about?
How dare you put that character here?" And blah,
you
blah,
put
blah.
Toy Story at D rank? What the fuck is wrong with
like
you?"
those movie ones. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I mean that's the big thing with tier ranks is that it's
They're
all strictly
they're
opinion.
literally opinions. Yeah.
So everyone's gonna have a different opinion of where people belong. Some people might have Damon Gant at D and have the judge at God rank. I don't know. But I think when it comes to a combination of how the characters are written, the purpose they play to the game,
And
how much impact
and a
they
little
have on
bit
the
of
game,
personal attachment.
and our personal opinion on the character itself.
Yeah.
As a combination of those for us, that's where the characters rank for us. Obviously, if it was writing...
How about you bring Gumshoe down a little bit, though?
Oh...
Just bring him down to the others level.
I know, just so that people don't get angry, I'll put him down here at the bottom of S.
There we go.
I know it's personal love why he's up there at the top. But, I can't remember what my train of thought was going to be there for a second. I forgot. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, like I said, when I was first going to make this, I was going to have it be strictly on, like, the writing of the characters. But then I realized that there would be, like, no one below C, really.
Yeah.
Because in the original games, the characters were written really well for what they are. So I realized to make the tier list work, I had to change it around.
Even the kid is at C, so, you know, it's just like...
Because he was a... I know that maybe that's not fair to put him above some of the other characters, but I think he had a heavier impact than Meekins or Payne or her. Because, he had a lot of emotion behind his defensive will powers. He's one of the reasons that Will was able to get off the hook. Because he had
and get
those
through that
photos
crisis
and
that he was in.
Yeah.
She's like, wow, I do still have fans.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, let's wrap this up. This video is going on long enough. Here's our tier list.
Yes.
The next two will be shorter because there's only like 16, 17 characters per the next games.
And we won't be doing, the main people.
Yeah, those will cut them out. So, yeah, hopefully you guys like this tier list. I mean, if you want to share your opinions on things you have differently, let us know in the comments.
Or if you agree, let us know in the comments.
If you agree, let us know. Please don't attack us too much. Like I said, disclaimer, strictly opinion.
It's all opinion.
It's all opinion.
It's
here.
all
Just
personal opinion.
cut us a little bit of slack. Just our opinions here.
You believe you
God.
put your characters where you want to put them. We'll put ours where we want to put them. And
like I said, we explained why we put them where we did.
This is pretty much just for funsies,
Yeah. I mean, like, if it was just to be on how much we like these characters, half these people will just all be in S anyways. They'll just be like, a lot of heart. S. Emma, S. All the bad guys. S. Judge, S. Larry, Super S.
Judge S. Larry S+.
But we had to do something to differentiate some of these. Otherwise, half the tier list wouldn't be used.
Yeah.
So we had to be a heavier judge on some of these people than most people would. But just to flesh out the whole list, we had to do that. Like, even now, like, we have difficulties putting Salmonella in F, which says a lot.
Yeah.
Because we don't think he's a complete failure of a character. He has his fucking use, apparently.
Yeah.
Barely.
Like,
that's why you're hanging on for dear life.
He served as cringy entertainment.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's cut this out while we're behind.
Yes.
We're gonna have this going on way too long. So, here's our list. Thank you all so much for watching.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in the next list.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, I already found Justice for All. Almost called it Spirit of Justice, but that's what we're going to be recording later. So,
what was that?
I don't know.
It was
Windows.
Mysterious.
Hope everything's going okay over here. I'm going to find out. Oh, God.
Boy.
Watch the video be corrupt now all of a sudden.
Oh, no.
I hope I'm going to knock on wood before I do that. All right. Well, you'll find out if this doesn't go uploaded any guys or bodies. So, hey. Anyways, we'll see you next time, people.
Have a good day or night or wherever it is where you are.
Peace out.
Bye.
Okay, everyone. Random fun fact. Guess what? Right at the end there, OBS crashed.
It did.
But somehow the file did not go corrupt.
It didn't. It saved.
It stopped the recording when it crashed, but it actually saved the video somehow, which is new to me. OBS always corrupts the video when it crashes. But OBS, the video actually did crash at the end of that video, but it actually saved itself, so it saved us.
It saved it all the way through till when we finished.
It saved us an hour of our life, thank God.
Oh, that would have been. That would have been horrible.
That would have been a nightmare. It's 3 a.m. right now. It's 3 a.m. the day before I'm uploading this for you guys.
Oh, jeez.
So there's that random fact. But hey, the video worked. You get a video.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, bye for real.